Right.
nobody's going to like me. Those were the things that were conditioned or told to me about me, that I was stupid, I was ugly, nobody's going to like me. I mean, just these things. Kids can be so mean, and they don't realize the deep imprints it can create, the fractures that can happen. Because a child that's so young, they're like, "That's not me. Is that me? I guess that's me," and it's not true. And to
Right. And why, I don't know, maybe this is a dumb question, but why, when we're so young, do we take it like it's the truth? I mean, I didn't question anything that anybody ever said.
Because we're moldable. It's our environment. It's our experience. And when it's repeated, then we kind of come up, even if inside we're like, no, that's not me. And our experience is teaching us that it is us. And then we tend to replicate that experience. So I kept getting in relationships that I got treated this way. And I'm like, why is this happening again? Well, I will move. I will do this. I'll get a different job. All these strategies we try and do. And it's the deep inner work that we don't realize. And then many times it's like it takes a certain growing up that we're willing to now take responsibility. We're willing to have the conversation, because many times we start the conversation and people are going to go, they want to justify, or they want to explain why they did what they did, because they're trying to just make it okay, because they believe there's an aspect of themselves that's not viable. And so they're trying to explain. So now you should understand I did this because that happened and then this happened and I didn't have any other choice. And so they're still being the victim. And when they can finally
they're being right, it's like they're being right about it. But I think when you're not aware, you don't have a choice. Do you know what I mean? It's just the way life looks.
You don't know you have a different choice. You don't know how powerful you really are.
Right.
You
bought a story.
You bought the story that you are not enough, or you're not capable, you're not allowed to be capable, you're not powerful, you are powerless, whatever it is. All of those patterns are there, and we absorb them, and we believe they're true. When we can finally recognize the belief systems that tend to run us, we can recognize what the belief system stands for. It's bullshit. It's not true. And so I don't dive into believing stuff anymore. I slow myself down. I'm like, okay, well, in my experience, what am I choosing? And I'm really done my best to, anytime I say something about, wow, I believe, I'm like, wait a minute, where's that coming from?
But I just have to show you something. This was my third book. Your bullshit is your blessing. You just said your belief system is your bullshit. Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Because I was trying to fix myself. I was trying to fix the bullshit because I thought that I believed that there was something wrong with me. You know what I mean? And anyway, the subtitle is How to Stop Fixing Yourself and Start Having Fun. So I think, what you're saying is people don't even know.
No, it's unconscious.
Yeah.
It's unconscious.
How did they get
conscious? Well, when they can start, for myself, I started after I turned 25. I think that my finally, as we're growing and developing, our prefrontal cortex doesn't actually anatomically connect all the way until we get at least 25-ish, around there.
Okay.
Sometimes women tend to develop quicker than men. And yet it's like when I was 25, I was driving down this highway in Austin, Texas, and I felt like a light bulb went off in my head. I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Why am I down here? And I made a major decision to move back up to Washington State, where my mom and dad lived and my brother was there. And I wanted my sons to know my family, and I wanted to go back home. And when I made that decision, it really did make a huge difference in my life. And then I started to notice, even though I moved so far, these patterns kept happening. So the curiosity, when you can start to get curious and you can start to notice patterns and question them, and then hopefully you're going to find some wise people along the path that can reflect back to you the truth of who you really are. And that neuroception of safety, the safety that your body can feel, is there so you can be unapologetically yourself and be welcomed as that and received as that and actually nurtured as that. you can grow into letting loose of all those scales, of all of those imprints that aren't you anyway, fall away. Or when they come up, because they are deeply embedded, they're like fundamental patterns. You can go, oh, well, no wonder I did that. There's that pattern again. And you can not take it personally and go into shame. And it's like, that's being unapologetically yourself. Yep, I did that. I own it. I own this stuff, and I let it go. It doesn't have to drive my behavior just because I have these strong emotions and this big tension in me because that pattern's really big and my body's trying to survive. It's going, what are you doing? Stop it. I'm like, this is me now. This is, we're going to do this. It's okay. I'm here. So it's like my spirit strengthens from the inside, that soft, gentle voice. It's like a whisper. When you listen to that, that's what your true nature. It can soothe that dragon inside that's ferocious and thinks it has to survive everything. And then it can come and be in service of your life. And that's when you start to really tap into the power of who you are. And most women, most people don't even recognize how powerful they are because they've got these fears that keep them small in some area of their life,